we've really looked at every piece of this, every shape is designed specifically to interact with the human body the best a harness can. So it's definitely a premium harness because a lot has gone into it. So for 2022, we're really excited to launch a new line of harnesses, the Helios and the Helia. These will replace our current Orion and Solaris harness in our lineup as being the most comfortable harnesses that we offer. And we really have taken what we learned with the Orion and the Solaris, which have been popular harnesses now for a few years, and taken it to the next level. It is absurd at how comfortable these harnesses are to hang in if you're doing a long belay or carrying a ton of gear. So if you're doing a big multi-pitch and you're carrying a lot of stuff, or if you're just taking big falls a lot like I am, they're gonna be the perfect harness for you there. Things that have worked with the Orion and Solaris that we're keeping is going to be our vented technology. So that's when we use our Dyneema webbing, similar to the ACE construction as well, in order to distribute that pressure over a larger surface area while allowing us to use a perforated foam and allow it to breathe quite a bit. Where we are changing things is we've gone to a butterfly shape. So we've got much narrower back here, and we've taken out of the additional rigid foam that had been in the back before. So this allows the harness to be more comfortable, since we've found that this butterfly shape is significantly better at distributing pressure. But it allows us to have it be nice and packable. So the Helios and the Helia will pack down significantly smaller than the Orion and Solaris have in the past. So some of the other cool things, we've kept the larger gear loops. These will actually be our largest gear loops in all of our harness lineup on the Helios and the Helia. We've added in a coated 5th gear loop in the back, so perfect for hanging shoes, water bottle, jacket, anchor kit, that sort of thing. We also have a 2nd loop if you have either your tagline or your chalk bag or whatnot, and you want to keep it out of this loop. We've got that on there for you. We've gone to the adjustable Dyneema webbing on the back, so very easy to adjust on the fly as needed, as well as to take it out if you need there. And some of the cool features, another cool one we've added is a removable little pouch. So if you're taking this on your big multi-pitch climb, maybe you want to have quick access to little snacks or something like that on there. So that'll be available, and you can easily either take it off, or these little Dyneema cords, or you can move it to the other side. We're going to have places for a total of 4 ice clippers. So if you'd like, you can get them in on this Dyneema webbing on both sides. We've also updated our belay loop. So this will be the belay loop we're seeing on all of our top tier harnesses. So just like on the ACE and the new Prisma line, this will have a Dyneema piece of webbing in there. That's going to be that whole structural part of the belay loop. And then the green is going to be a nylon cover on the outside, which will help protect that Dyneema from abrasion. And we also put our Dyneema nylon mix abrasion protectors on the tie-in loops as well. So this harness should be lightweight, comfortable, but last you a really long time. Just like in our ACE, this uses that 3D design where, after doing a lot of extensive research on pressure points while people are hanging harnesses, we've looked at really designing the shape to fit the 3D shape of a person. That's going to lower those pressure points and make it more comfortable. And that kind of leads into the shape and sizing between the Helios and the Helia. Traditionally, there's men's and women's harnesses, but sometimes men fit better in the women's harness, sometimes women fit better in the men's harness. Sometimes people don't want to choose one or the other. And so we're with the Helios and Helia, we have been moving away from designating a men's and a women and looking rather at body shape, because that's the important part as we're looking at putting this, this piece of textile onto a 3D shaped person. So the Helios will be what we're calling our O shape. And an O shape will be a body type where the top of their hips, their waist, is going to be more in line with their natural waist and their thighs as well. So you can imagine that kind of O shape where the farthest part is going to be where their harness is going to sit. The Helia is going to be what we call our A shape. And so what that means is it's going to be designed for someone who the top of their hips, where this harness is going to fit, is going to be narrower. That natural waist is going to be narrower than farther down the hips and potentially their thighs as well. And so when you look at these harnesses, the Helia really sits kind of tapered in on its own without having to do any sort of adjustment here. And so if you have those curvier hips, this is going to sit and give you much better contact area with the harness, and which will subsequently spread out the load significantly more of the harness when you're taking falls or hanging it, make it more comfortable. So the Helia will be the A shape, the Helios will be the O shape. We actually have seen that already in our previous harness line. The Sendero and the Serrana are the O shape, and the Autana are that A shape. So pretty excited about that moving forward with our harness line. The Helios and the Helia both have fully adjustable leg loops, and we've even added in this little cover on top because we found a lot of times harnesses will wear right there since people usually don't adjust their leg loops too much, and you find that abrades on the rock over time. So they now have this cool little garage on top made out of the same material as the leg loop to help with that abrasion. The Helios will be available in small, medium, and large. The size medium will be 440 grams, and the retail price will be $139.95. The Helia will be available in a extra small, small, medium, and large. The weight will be 440 grams for that size medium, and the retail price will be $139.95.